This is the sixth edition, 2024. We have seen remarkable keynote sessions and excellent oral presentations. And today we have a detailed discussion on ethics and how we are publishing and what is the need of the hour. Quality work must be appreciated. And we always, as a scholar, want to publish our research articles in good publication houses like Scopus, Web of Science, or IEEE, even Wiley. So all these good publication houses, they require certain standards, innovative thinking, and absolutely important is the trending work that is you're doing with a very clear remarcation of the research gap, which of course our honorable president sir has highlighted in detail. So I will not go in detail about the drafting part, but also I will highlight certain key aspects that we need to consider during the publications. Now, let's start with the Scopus publications because everyone across the globes are very fascinated by this one big giant publication house, which has almost more than 50,000 plus domain journals. And they have in each and every domain, including science and engineering, humanities, social sciences, education, medical sciences, they have the journals for the publication. And our dream is also to get a good publication so that we can also propagate our own research work and help our young researchers to actually get in light. And they can also cite us to continue the moving forward. This is a very kind of a fusion reaction, if we can say that if I do some research thinking about its novelty and hasn't practical application, someone in the near future, some scholar will take it more forward to new heights. That is how the innovation developed. Now, let's start with one very important aspect in today's context. Let's discuss this one very important aspect, that is the ethics. Of course, our first keynote speaker has shared, and we have discussed about the ethics, and we have discussed about that how the PhD degrees and the peer pressure of scholars to try to publish in that way. They are heavily pressurized work is there. The quality is lower down. So how to elevate the quality? First thing is you need to be aware, and your imagination and critical thinking as a scholar should be there. This is the primary need for every scholar, that you can critically think for certain problems, and then you can provide certain solution in the form of doing an excellent research on that particular subject. Now, we have seen most of the time that there are certain unethical practices in our research, especially in academics and research, that a lot of clone journals, predatory journals are flown in, and they are, of course, looting our scholars. They are luring our scholars that you can go for a publication in 5 days. I know the editor. I have a very good relation with the editor. You can pay me this much amount of money, X dollar, and then you can get the publication within 5 days. You will get a certificate of publications. Authors' positions are available. So first position, second position, third positions. So all these kind of a rubbish things, we need to make sure that as an academician, this is our duty to make sure in every platform, in every international conferences, we need to highlight these things so that our young scholars will get an idea about these scams, and they will not get into trouble, because these kind of scammers are kind of a black holes where once you go for your manuscript, it is called the manuscript suicide. So please do not do the manuscript suicide. Learn the things. Research is always in a dynamic state, so you always need to improve your writing, even if it is scientific writing, the manuscript drafting part. And we always in Edoxia will have our events, our programs, every program, every event, every faculty development program, we talk about the drafting process, what new additions can be there, use of AI. I will also show you today the AI tools that from Edoxia that you can use. And also, please make sure that it is your own research. This is your own innovation. You have to spend quality time in order to make sure to get it the success, which is very, very important. No one else can write for you. No one else can elevate unless you will not have the learning cap. So keep your thinking cap on and make sure you have to be very aware of these clone journals, predatory journals. Also, Always talk to the experts that how you're going to publish in this particular journal. Is it a legitimate journal? It is a, if it is a predatory journal or clone journal, how you can identify these things. And we do the live demonstrations. But finally, you have to be motivated. And the most important aspect or in a scholar's journey, especially what I absolutely believe, that we always should look for a peer review success rather than a publication. So if I'm drafting a manuscript and I want to publish, and later on I will show you certain models also, my entire concentration is, and my entire aim and focus point is that it should go for the peers and they will like it or they will comment on it. Once they comment on it, they will like it. Of course, the publication will be there, but I will get a new insights from the peers, which is absolutely vital in every research journey. So now let's start with the execution part. You have seen that, yes, research is a learning process. We have to learn each and everything. There are certain ghost writers. I think we have talked about in today's discussion, the ghost writers. They will write the manuscript for you. They will write the thesis for you. Now, in that context, please make sure learning is a very, very integral part of a research. Once you learn these things and you are in a dynamic state, that means every day some new things are coming up. You are trying to capture those things, and then you will find the success is very easy. Writing a manuscript drafts is very easy. Publication is very easy process, but provided that you will fulfill all the requirements of a good scholar. Now, let's start. I think we have seen the entire process in our Honorable President's presentation, that how you go for the drafting part, starting from the abstract towards the conclusion and discussion. So my point is that use of softwares. In a manuscript, it has said that in a drafting manuscript, especially those who are from the quantitative background or those who are doing the mixed methods, it has said that all in one manuscript, you need 6 to 7 different kind of softwares. Now, what are these softwares? Of course, you need a reference software management. You need Grammarly. You need, of course, certain statistical tools like SPSS or Minitab. You need Excel, of course, for the data interpretations. And to show it in a manuscript, you need Sigma or you need Origin. Now, a lot of scholars have said that, yes, Scopus, if you talk about the Scopus publication, the cumulative acceptance is hardly 7 to 8%. That means out of 100 publications, only 7 to 8 publications will go for a peer review process and get published. So this is a very, very, very high standards we are talking about. And to meet those standards, you need these tools. Try to elevate and make sure you can use, especially nowadays, the AI integration is also there in research. So you can use the chat GPTs. Edoxia has its own chat GPTs. I will talk about this today also, so that you can get all the information you need and you can execute. Now, in the manuscript part, yes, of course, you need certain samples. You need highlights. Nowadays, it's very trending in Scopus, that how, if you can define your research work, if you can define your manuscript in just 2 sentences or in 5 bullet points, what it would be. And this is actually very, very important. Then comes, there are different ways that you can write down your manuscript, depending, and there are different formats as well. But the only thing is that you must obey article, even in your article processing, you must obey the author's instruction from that particular journal. Now, targeting a journal is very easy. You can see that one particular journal I want to target, he's also currently publishing the similar kind of a work which I have done with a similar kind of application, but the novelty should be there and it should be trending. And yes, our Honorable Presidents are already discussed that you have to go for within first 3-4 years, like what is happening in the current situation, to get an exact research gap which actually tests your novelty. And then you can go for Science, Nature, or Q1, Q2 journals. And it is not about the quality. Sometimes you have to make sure the art of interpretation is very, very important. Sometimes in Scopus, we have seen that there are generally, it is a good quality work, but sometimes the mediocre quality work is also there. But the art of interpretation is in such a way that you will see and you can realize that what an excellent interpretation of data they have done, and it can be easily understandable, which is very, very important. Now, I will go for one or two things which is very, very important in the checklist section. Although in our Bharat TV, we have our research talks, and we always go for the live demonstrations. You can watch the videos there, that how to submit, what are the things you are required. And especially in Edoxia, we always want to make sure that you have to learn by yourself. And once you learn by yourself, you can actually teach to someone else also. You can teach to your students. So this is kind of a cascading effect we want to achieve. And once you will learn these things, you will also be eager to learn more. That is very, very important, especially in a manuscript drafting format. Even if you're writing an original manuscript draft, or you're writing a review article, or you're writing a short communication, or you're writing a ISBN book chapter, everything must be in maintaining the standards as well. So here I would like to just go for one short demonstration in terms of the checklist that normally scholars find. You can download these checklists also from Scopus, from Web of Science. It is available. But here I would like to discuss one very important factor, that how you can actually go for, let's say, for a cover letter. Now I am ready with my manuscript, and I am now ready. I have done in my editorial manager, I have done the registration in Scopus. Now, what are the different steps I need? For example, I need, let's say, one very important part. I need a cover letter. Now, let's look at a cover letter sample. And of course, you can also prepare it by yourself. It is readily available. But I want to highlight that some very small points, which is very important as an editor for me to see in the cover letter. For example, if my name propels, like for example, I'm targeting one journal, I know that this is the editor-in-chief. I will address that letter to that particular editor-in-chief. I will prepare, of course, I will also include my title, authors' names as per the chronological order, depending upon the contributions. Authors' names are always directly proportional to the contributions they have made to the manuscript. Then the impact of manuscript, a short, this is not an abstract. Please this is the one, what I have found, that most of the scholars they copy paste their abstract in the cover letter. Please do not do that. You just highlight your study, just highlight your main achievements and applications that you have found, or the results, which is remarkable results you want to publish. You just highlight that, and you also try to pinpoint that in which category of a journal I want to publish that particular. So as an editor, I will know that, yes, he knows our aims and scope, and he is actually targeting a particular section, which is actually meeting the scopes, aims and scopes of our journal, and then also make a consent. So in this way, very short, and highlighting your action, your research part in a letter, you can easily draft a cover letter, which is very, very simple. You can also download it from the Scopus and Web of Science. But you have to make sure that you will not write down all the abstract and unnecessary things. Try to be more focused, and an editor will love these things, because then it will be very prepared as well. Finally, I would like to also share with all of you our chat GPTs, and all our Edoxia family members from across the globe. They are actually utilizing. We have the live demonstrations also in our program. So my suggestion is that please do use these GPTs in terms of how to elevate your research. For example, Edoxia has a journal finder. Now, if you are confused, okay, and if you're watching our videos, I'm sure it is very easy for you to now target your own journal with your own manuscript. But even if you are confused, then you can easily go to our Edoxia Research Journal Finder. You can take it in a GPT format we have available, and certain already questions that we have said, that what is the best Scopus journals and quartile wise for my research. You can click to that. You can put your abstract and it will give you certain results for exactly, which is precisely, which is matching the aims and scope, and how you can draft the original manuscript, certain key points, you could, these pointers you need to keep in mind. But all in all, it is an excellent ChatGPT from Edoxia. You can see here Edoxia Research Journal Advisor. And then, of course, if you are from a qualitative background, you can go for our qualitative analyzer. We have also quantitative analyzer. They are on the paid versions, so you can also our PDF program, you will get that. Also going for the patent part, so you can utilize, make sure that your critical thinking is absolutely you have to do. You cannot do so. Here you can analyze your research paper. You can find certain bullet points. You can collect certain suitable data, where to collect the data and the secondary data. So all these things are also very important as a scholar. So finally, I would like to reiterate again, please make sure never ever go for the ghost writers. Always make sure that there should be no predator journals or clone journals. No one can try to scam you. Be aware of these things, and always make sure the ethics are very primary. Learn these things. It's very easy. The only thing is you have to maintain the standards. You have to maintain certain fine tuning of your research article can make you publish it in good journals. And that is how the standard ordinary work, which is 95% of the manuscripts. So if Scopus have 7% cumulative acceptance, that means 80, somewhere around 93% of manuscripts are ordinary and standard. So please make sure, do not do the substandard work. Take your time and always listen to the your mentors, your guide publication in a free subscription model. Again, the data that I'm using is only from the subscription model, that is the Scopus journal, which is free to publish. I'm not taking the data from the open accesses, which in Edoxia, we always encourage free publication as well. So thank you so much to our Honorable President, sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And we look forward to each and everyone, all your, especially for our Spectrum Volume 6, for an ISBN book publication. Please do submit your manuscript as per our guidelines, and we will also start the peer review process. And let's begin the journey of publication and start with Edoxia as well. So thank you so much. Over to our Honorable President, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And that was, I think, that another incredible presentation in this platform. I want to request each and everyone to give the big hand to our Dr. Sukhwinder Singh, register for such an incredible